Come with me as we embark on an adventure through the picturesque landscapes of France. As we cycle along the Loire, a 20-kilometre track that used to be an old train line between Richelieu and Chinon, all powered by the Cyrusher Kommoda e-bike. We begin in Richelieu, a charming town located in the Indre-et-Loire department of the Centre-Val de Loire region in France. Founded in the 17th century by Cardinal Richelieu, the town boasts a rich historical heritage and a unique architectural charm. One of the most striking features of Richelieu is its well-preserved grid-like layout, characteristic of Renaissance urban planning. Within the town, the streets are lined with charming buildings, quaint cafes and petit artisan shops. The architecture reflects a blend of medieval and Renaissance styles with elegant facades and ornate detailing. At the heart of Richelieu stands the Place du Cardinal, a picturesque square that serves as the focal point of the town. The Collégiale Sainte-Marie-Madeleine, a magnificent church that showcases stunning Baroque architecture and intricate stained glass windows. The church is a masterpiece of religious art. As we head out of the centre, areas around the town have clearly defined bike paths, and after taking the wrong turn I finally make it onto the bike path. In fact, there's an app for your phone that makes navigating the route much easier. In retrospect, I should have downloaded it before the trip. So this bike path is something we always had in mind when we came here as a family. We always wanted a bike from our local town of Richelieu down to Chinon. You can see some of these images here as we're going past. Some of the local tourist destinations, and this bike path was originally used as a train between the two towns, and this is my first time on it, and I'm doing a bit of a recce for the family because now in a way we can all go on our bikes on this journey, and probably today is not the best day to do it because it's very overcast, it's very windy, it's actually a bit chilly for July, so you can probably hear the traffic on my left. So this path at the minute is just going alongside the main road between the two towns. I've probably been cycling for about 5 kilometers, maybe a bit less, and I'm on 95% of the battery. Cyrusher sent me this bike a couple of weeks ago, and what I love about it is the power in acceleration. It's just incredible, and it holds that speed. The max speed on the roads is 25 kilometers an hour. You can change this to 45 kilometers an hour. I don't think I'd want to go that fast, but if you want to go on a private road, I don't know if this is considered, but you can go up to 45 kilometers per hour off-road. A great aspect of the bike is the chunky 4-inch fat tyres. This allows you to go off the beaten track. All around us there are pockets of woodlands to explore. The Kommoda handles really well on different terrain, from deep sand to gravel, all whilst going 25 kilometers per hour. The bike also features a front fork suspension and rear spring suspension for comfort and versatility. So it really starts to feel like you're on a mountain bike, but with an engine. Plus you have the 180mm dual zoom hydraulic disc brakes with added motor cutoff that are almost too good. So here we have the map. So you can see where we are here. And you can just head off on any of these roads and just have a little look around if you were taking your time. But I think we are probably, we're probably about halfway. And you have the chateaux on the way, Chateau de Rival, Chateau de Champigny that we went past. And then finally the fortress at Chinon. So this is an old station, clearly. And what I love that I spotted here is if you have any problems with your bike, if you need to pump up the tyres, if you need to tighten anything, they've got it all sorted for you. So the aim with this video is to offer an alternative. The Tour de France kind of come to mind when you think about biking in France. It's about endurance, it's about stamina, it's about exercise. What about just using a bike just to be in this moment, looking around, taking it all in, not worrying that I'm tired, I'm knackered. Oh, this is what this is for. This is for exploring, this is for going on an adventure on your own or with a family, whatever you want to do. This is what it's about. There are so many ways in which you can explore just the region around us here. You can go anywhere. You can go along the river, you can go off on different paths, that, you know, tractor routes, you know, crossing fields, then back onto the road. You can go on bike paths like this one. There's such a vast array, and there's a Centre Parks 40 minutes away from us, and you have that. It's manufactured in a way, and you can bike around and go to the swimming pool and pay about 120 euros for the family to get in. But this is free. It's on our doorstep. You can get here, you can camp for peanuts, and then you can travel by bike all around the area. Whether you want to do that on an e-bike like the Cyrusher Kommoda, like this one, or whether you want to do it using your legs, if you've still got the energy, then why not? A huge selling point of owning an e-bike is that you can take little ones on an adventure with you. You can attach a buggy to the bike and let the battery do the work, rather than your legs. Do bear in mind that pulling an additional load will use up the battery quicker. However, unlike other competitors, the pulling power from the 250 watt motor is just incredible, even up steep hills. Perched on the banks of the Vienne River, Chinon boasts a majestic fortress that dominates the skyline. The Chateau de Chinon, with its imposing towers and walls, holds significant historical importance, as it was once the residence of French kings and the site of Joan of Arc's meeting with Charles VII. So I'm about to enter Chinon, and the battery is at 65%, which is pretty good. Would I be able to make it back? Maybe. Maybe that'll be the next test. I am on a road at this point, but there is a cycle path. So this is a very clearly defined cycle path that's going to take us all the way there. But really what I love about this bike is the power that it possesses. It's very comfy. The seat is actually very comfy. It holds the speed really well. With the ban on e-scooters in the French capital, I think this bike is a great alternative to commuting in cities. The bike is powered by a 48-volt LG Samsung lithium-ion battery, so for round-trip commutes of about 30 to 40 kilometers, you should easily be able to get round on one charge. So it's actually really busy here today. The advertised range is 30 to 80 kilometers or 20 to 50 miles, but this is dependent on the terrain, weight you are carrying and speed. The last thing you want to happen is for it to run out of battery. At 34 kg, this is not a light bike. Trust me, it happened to me and it was not fun. On this occasion, I only used a third of the battery, travelling about 25 kilometers or 15 miles. I'm really not a bike person at all. I don't know anything about Shimano gears and hydraulic this and suspension that, but I could really start to get into it and understand it through this bike. You know, it does what it's meant to do as an e-bike. It gets you to where you need to get at a really good pace. My legs, you know, I did use my legs, but they don't feel tired. And I guess that is the point, is it's allowing you to have these adventures and trips without really treating it like exercise. I certainly would have a bike as well as an e-bike, because they're completely different. I can't use this as a regular bike, and the other end, you know, I generally would use a bike for exercise as well. So this is obviously a great addition to anyone who wants to do tours in France and explore wherever you are in the world. Check it out. Make sure you are subscribed. We are back home in the next video, and there is progress with the barn. See you then.